Call of Duty Infinite Warfare may not be the best received title in the franchise. And to be honest, I've never viewed the game as being perfect in any means, and I understand people's frustration with the game when it comes to some features of the game not being existent at launch, not being complete, glitches galore. And there are some glitches right now, in August of 2017, two major glitches in the Zombies mode continue to taint my online experience. Being forced by community backlash and stubborn friends to play the past couple of Call of Duty games predominantly solo over the past, 3 or 4 years has been a pretty interesting experience. And it's fun in the sense that playing on your own gives you full reign and control over the experience and the gameplay, which is great. And many people in the solo community embrace that ability to take control, make the game theirs, and have fun on their own terms. But that wasn't my first choice as a gamer. I never dreamt originally of making a predominantly social experience a solo experience. And since the years have gone by, I've been able to hold on pretty well. I've put in hundreds, if not thousands, of hours in the past 2 or 3 COD games, which is a lot considering the fact that I was a student in high school, now I'm in college. I'm not in a point in my life where I have the most free time, so I've invested as much of my time, effort, love, and money into my favorite hobby as possible. But ever since the friend groups, or rather the support structures that made me and held me up as a gamer, have since begun to crumble and disintegrate, I'm forced to metaphorically hold myself up on my own, to entertain myself and maybe even others when no one else is around, which seems very counterintuitive, but it happened. And since then, I've tried my best to hold on, but now I've reached a point where that doesn't seem very possible. Sure, Infinite Warfare has been and is a blessing to me. I love this game to death, and I have since day one. It's done a lot of things right, a lot of things wrong, but either way, it has taught the developers and the fans a hell of a lot about where our franchise has gone, where it needs to go, and where it's going. And the developers have been fearless. They've been quick to act and quick to listen. I've had a great time communicating with a lot of the developers one on one, and I've accomplished some things this year that I never expected to in my gaming career. But regardless, that doesn't hide the shameful mistakes Infinity Ward have made with Infinite Warfare, and the amount of bandwagon hate that I've seen towards the game and the developers. I can already hear all the haters coming to my channel right now, and I don't even give a fuck because I, as much as I hate using the phrase, am a true Call of Duty fan. It's painful to watch a bunch of pathetic, whiny, entitled brats label themselves as COD fans, but only go out and spread negativity and hate, everything except constructive feedback to make the games better. It just doesn't make the franchise look good, doesn't make the fan base look good, and it doesn't make me feel any more obligated as a fan to go out and promote the franchise. This is exactly why I've put zero time or energy into hyping up Call of Duty World War II, because I've lost sight of the community aspect that made the franchise what it was many years ago. There is no support system, there is no fandom, there is nothing positive anymore. Therefore, it's hard for me to give myself the ammunition to go out and, be who I once was as a gamer. As someone who truly cares about the franchise and the people who make the games, I never expected and I never wanted for my 7 or 8 years of effort and passion to just fall flat, for the franchise to fall on its ass, and the fans, quote unquote, to become a bunch of entitled pricks. I don't know the solution to Call of Duty's many problems. I'm just one person. I don't have a YouTube channel that's growing anymore. I don't have any kind of follower base. There's no way that I can effectively communicate with people that can make a real change. In this respect, I feel like I've hit a wall. There is no easy solution. So, how do I keep on keeping on at this point? Is there any hope? Is there any, reason for me to keep on playing these games and devoting so much time into everything but what I should probably be putting my time into? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I am lost, to say the least. Infinite Warfare left a lot to be desired for me. And stepping all the way back to World War II era sometimes, to me, feels either like a genuine attempt to go back to the franchise's roots and please the fans, or yet another generic Activision money grab that aims to, bring back the old fans while undoing all of the hard work and all the innovations that were put into the last 3 or 4 COD titles. I don't hate Sledgehammer Games. At one point, they were my favorite studio of the three. They were the ones who finally brought along the change that the community at the time had been begging for. They simply did their jobs as developers by exercising their creative talent and freedom. But now, in some cases, not all cases, it almost feels like they're trying to backpedal, to undo the work that they've done, to, of course, prevent any further backlash from the community, and even more importantly, raise the sales. It's all about money nowadays anyways, so who cares if the games are complete at launch or if they play well, if people enjoy the settings, whether or not the guns in the game are unlocked at launch or through progression or through supply drop systems. None of it matters as long as bills are being paid and developers are going home with enough money to keep the lights on. It's a hard job, it's a hard life, it's a hard reality. Game development is not easy, I understand that. But when the developers lose their ability to communicate and publish and produce, where does the hope go? I don't know. That's the big phrase of the day, I don't know. It's going to be very hard with college and the stresses that the past couple years have put on me with gaming to keep on going. I have no inclination, no desire to move forward with Call of Duty World War II, a game that shows minimal innovation, no drive to really further the Call of Duty formula. My friends have lost interest or are quickly losing interest and are showing no signs of rekindling it. I myself am not interested in that World War II setting or era. We've been there, we've done it, leave it alone. And I'm just waiting for the day where the same thing that happened to MWR comes back and pushes World War II on its ass, which is a cycle where the fans beg and plead for a classic Call of Duty experience, but once they get that, they start to complain about how stale and boring and slow and unoriginal the experience truly is. This mindset does not necessarily apply to every COD fan or player, but it does affect a lot of people because of the simple fact that by nature, once the nostalgic factor of a game or a product wears off, there isn't much of a drive to use it or play it or whatever. There is nothing new being brought to the table. People get bored, people move on. And trust me, you invest the time and read deep in between the lines in any Reddit post or Twitter thread, and you will find plenty of folks who are genuinely bored of MWR. With all that being said, I leave you all with this. I do not hate Sledgehammer Games. As I said before, they were once my favorite developers in the world. I support all their endeavors with World War II, and I hope the game does well, mostly because it serves as the franchise's potential last chance to boost sales and reignite the flame that once made it great. If this all works out as planned, I think we're going to have a great year. I can finally come back and be comfortable with my own franchise again, which will hopefully encourage me to keep on gaming and having fun with it throughout the years to follow, and more importantly, stick true to the franchise that once built me. In the meantime, I remain devoted to playing and supporting Infinite Warfare with all my heart, keeping in touch with my developer buddies at Infinity Ward. I love you guys so much. I know a couple of you might be watching, and I cannot wait to see what happens in the next year, as well as seeing how Sledgehammer Games continues to push the franchise in a better direction. With that, I will catch you guys on November 3rd. I'm going to do some kind of midnight release activity or event or video, maybe live stream, and from there we can get the ball rolling. If I don't end up liking World War II as much as I had hoped to, I would be more than willing to let the game go and just go back to games like Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare for another year. If so, I'll be, probably posting some World War II gameplays and stuff, plus Black Ops 3 and IW content mixed in. Hopefully Infinity Ward continues to support their game throughout the next year and season, and I can't wait to see what they have coming up next for their next title, as well as Treyarch's title in 2018, and all that good stuff. My hopes are high, but I still, remain very skeptical. No thanks to the kids and the haters that have ruined this franchise for many. On that note, I have prepared a very serious and a very kind of different, unique video outro for all the wonderful haters and stubborn friends that have made the past 3 or 4 years of my life miserable. To all of you, I proudly say,
fuck you!
Pre-order now and get access to the private beta.